Good morning. It isn't actually morning here. I just love those words, and it seems really fitting for my first video here on YouTube. So good morning and welcome, and thank you for coming. I'm gonna just jump right in. This first video is gonna be a little bit of a background about me. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm continuing to pursue the heading of Mastery in the Mystery, which is maybe what drew you to be here. And as it is Mastery in the Mystery, I can tell you a lot of things of what this isn't, or what I am not. And it's a little less clear to say what it is, or what I am. I believe that this will wind up being just sort of a deep dive together into the unseen, unknown realms of this earthly existence. Kind of walking, bridging the human aspects, the physical aspects of us, and our multi-dimensional aspects behind the veil. Some of you might be checking out right now, wanting to run the other way, and others of you might know exactly what I'm talking about. All are welcome. It's amazing when we start breaking out of knowing reality just through what we can perceive through the physical senses. Because in truth, yes, this is my very first YouTube video, and in truth, no one, as I sit here right now on this October 7th, 2019 at some such hour in the day, no one has actually seen this video, but I can feel all of you who are right now. I can feel you in my heart. And it makes this game of life that much more fun, you know? I'm really excited about this moment. This is a huge moment for me. And again, I want to thank you for sharing it. As I said, today is the 7th of October, 2019, which is really amazing that I even know the date, because if many of you are on an accelerated path of spiritual awakening, then you know then much of our experience is erasing more of the typical ways in which we define life, go through life, experience life, speak about life, including days and dates and time and all that stuff. And perhaps if you're like me, you're at the tail end of several years of rumble strips, like incredible rumble strips, right? Where everything we think we know about life and everything we think we know about ourselves is just stripped down bare, like ripped to smithereens, like shaken until it's unrecognizable completely. It's been quite humbling, to say the least. And again, if you identify and relate to these words, then you know what I mean. I'm going to give you a little background for formality. If we're in speed dating, which I've never done, I actually don't even understand the concept of dating, but that's okay. Then this would be like, I think that brief bio, just sort of whatever comes up. I am a mother of 3 kids, living in northern Israel for the last nearly 12 years. From the States originally, Chi-Town, the city of my heart, my love, my joy. Came here, I was married to an Israeli, beautiful, sacred, amazing being from here, from Israel. And nearly 12 years, he heard a calling for us to come here. So we came. And since then, I've been experiencing much of my own inner soul searching and a lot of dis-ease within myself, a lot of my shadow, working through shadow and raising 3 beautiful, amazing beings. And a little more than 3 years ago, as in the same way that many of us on a spiritual awakening path experienced, my marriage was shaken to the point where it split. It was a very different kind of circumstance than most, I believe. And that's what it was. And then I was sort of thrust out, or I thrust myself, if we want to switch out of sort of victim mentality and into ownership of the seen and the unseen realms. I thrust myself out into the void. Foreigner in a foreign land. I speak Hebrew, but I don't love to. Reading and writing I'm not so great at. Don't enjoy it too much. Never having worked in the 12 years that I've been here. I am a master's level social worker, although I don't identify myself in that way. I am a lover of life, a lover of dance and movement and breath work and voice and going inward and connecting to the core, being in nature. I'm trained in a healing modality called the Lifeline technique, which is fantastic, amazing. And yet all of these different courses and skill sets and whatnot that I have experienced or gathered along the way, I haven't found myself within them. Some people tell me that I'm too much of a free spirit and that I really have to just kind of find my own unique blend, carve my own way, and shadow has kind of in some ways gotten the best of me over the years, to the point where I have struggled to bring myself professionally, to give of myself, to serve in sort of a professional way. One of my greatest passions is assisting people, bringing joy, connecting from the heart, sharing hugs, listening. And finding a way to market all those things, you know, all the different courses that I've taken over the years, and again, shifting the mindset, the lack paradigm, the limiting beliefs, working on shadow as much as I have, because I really don't enjoy that, but I do it when the universe forces me into it. And still, up until even yesterday, having been stripped bare so much by this massive eraser of photonic light particles streaming into the planet, I couldn't say with any absolute certainty who it is that I am and what it is that I am bringing. I had set up a YouTube channel more than a year ago. I also set up a podcast, partly set up a website. And this morning, for the first time, I was inspired to actually maybe breathe some life into these spaces. So, that's all for now. I'm going to make a separate video of a most miraculous thing that occurred on my walk this morning. But for now, thank you again for listening. And I'm inviting a most moving, meaningful, humbling, inspiring, and exciting journey for us as we move forward in the mystery, finding our mastery in the mystery. I love you guys.